That means she is a social character. Because a lot of those are manipulation.
Maybe it's Kane and I'm secretly rolling 20 fortitude every time you try to slice at her.
No,
Kane
it's
has
Lilith,
20
man.
fortitude.
Of course he does. Why would he? And he automatically halves everything before rolling fortitude.
I think that's actually a fortitude power.
Might be at level 10 as an alternative. Let's see, what does she have? Yeah. So, what are you gonna try and do now that she's unfrozen? I think if it's one of her first combats, like ever, like real life threatening situations, it's justifiable that she might freeze for a turn. Just, Gerard, what do? Stab again? Dominate again? What is the plan? Okay, you're gonna stab again. She's spending a celerity action to prepare a dodge, and she's gonna slice at you. So let's see. Let's roll her. Nope, she misses. So you can try and attack her. Also try not to kill her, you might need her. Okay, I'm gonna roll her Dex Athletics in that case. Nope, it actually lands. Oh, you two crazy derps. Oh. Oh, you fucker. Okay, in that case she is very much in torpor.
Bring her to the Regent.
That's not how Gerard does things.
True.
Actually, she did move first, so she spent a point on celerity, she can't heal at the same turn. That's right. She doesn't have a flow of generation necessarily for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Well, if she dies, are you going to tell us what she was going to do for us?
She was gonna do all kinds of good things. But, yeah, Gerard has to make his final decision before I can tell you. I just want you to rage at him.
I hate you, Gerard.
So you just rip her head open? You aren't gonna diablerize her for the celerity dot?
Fortitude's better. In my opinion.
Not that kind of gangrel. Okay, you rip her
Oh,
head
okay.
off. Next time you met her, other than her spying on you, she was gonna bring you the ice magic books. And eventually lead you to Tobias. That was the way you were gonna get at that
I
fucker.
figured that was what was going to happen, actually. I figured she was going to give us a way into the Sabbat.
She was gonna give you access to her sire, to Tobias, to his other friends, like his immediate lieutenants and surroundings.
Why did you have to do that? Why did you have to do that, Gerard?
Oh, she was gonna bring you the books to prove that that was a thing.
I mean, you could have easily have said, like, even if you thought she was Camarilla, you could have easily have taken her hostage and said,
Okay.
It's Gerard. It's Gerard.
just saying.
He
Gerard?
shot you in the face with a shotgun. When
I
it looked
am
like
gonna-
you were having trouble.
Due to the
Better
immense
clean up
amounts
that
of
mess.
fuckery that Gerard has gone through, I will give you a chance. Roll 1d10. 7 or above, and she had the books on her, and she was coming to give them to you.
Of course you gave it to him to roll.
He succeeded.
He
So you-
did, I see that.
So you have the incomplete ice magic path, which you can take up to level 3.
Is that enough to overlook the fact that he killed my car and it's gone now? You better clean up that
Also,
mess the best you can.
there may be just this massive masquerade violation. Just maybe.
She was
Like I told
also...
him, he needs to clean that mess up the best he can.
Actually, you
That's
are gonna hate...
violations on him, though.
Malik, you're gonna hate him a little less in a second. In order to get her to be accepted in the Camarilla, because the vault renders you immune to normal blood bonds, you would have had to hunt down the werewolf in the woods, the really dangerous one.
Okay.
I have such fuckery planned into his sheet. But that got derailed. Oh well, shit happens. Moving on. There was
I
gonna
want
be
my
this.
car back.
There was gonna be this whole thing with the Gangrel Primogen promising to arrange it if you helped him hunt down a thing that has been preying on his peoples, and because
Your
he
car
needs.
kind of has blood all over its door, and all over the seat, and
You know,
And you can clean it, because you're Yorick. And that's your
yes, I
job.
would. Yes, except that's not nearby.
actually,
It'll
Dracolord,
hold-
I was actually expecting the sheriff to die in that. I was kind of convinced, like 35-65% that he was gonna die. I wasn't sure, I didn't know, but I suspected that he was gonna eat it.
The sheriff? What?
The original sheriff, the one Serath ate.
Mhm.
Oh.
I was pretty
Oh,
sure you were
also-
gonna go that way, but I
Also,
didn't.
one more thing. There's a police officer down there that's just currently cowering and should be getting his wits back about him sometime soon.
Where?
Yes, indeed, I did say that he was just terrified out of his mind because he botched a courage roll.
Yeah,
But where is he?
he's over down here, the one furthest away.
Has he got the little thing? I thought he was dead.
Ah, yes, you can roll alertness now that you have. And incidentally, you do have a vampire body on your hand. She did not dissolve. She's still recognizable as as her. So people can tell if you leave the body that she has been killed by another vampire. She does not dissolve into ash. She isn't that old. Essentially young enough for the Voldery not to have been administered enough times for her to be unable to go against her pack. With Auspex, looking around, scanning, difficulty 3. Wow. So I guess you don't hear the chopper after all. You see the cop. Oh god, this is just...
Gerard! Difficulty 3!
I gave you difficulty 3. I did say it was 4
Dice
stories up, so it's 4 dice of bashing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can jump down, is what he said.
I will remove 1 dice of bashing for every success on the Dex Athletics roll. Unless you botch, in which case it upgrades to lethal. Have fun.
We do have to include if you botch whenever he's apparently rolling.
Yes, we do. Okay. So I think this will automatically be nothing. Yeah, you sort of end up landing and falling to your face with the force of the blow, but you don't need to soak, you just end up stumbling a bit.
There's a reason vampires jumping off of buildings is actually pretty common in Wolf of Darkness.
The cop fires 2 shots at you as you land. So you need to soak 1 dice of lethal on each of those. Or bashing rather. So you take 1 point of bashing and just 1 point of bashing as you slowly keep coming towards the cop. Do you heal that as you're walking towards him, or do you just rush forward in a rush and stab him? Okay. Do you want to do that at the same time as you are attacking him, or are you just walking towards him? Okay. Then roll your stamina survival at difficulty 8. That is a thing. Otherwise you just waste the blood. And please make yourself low enough that you can frenzy again. Please. Okay, you heal 1 and you're in the cop's face. So you can stab him or grapple him or whatever it is you want to do with him. As the lab journals are slowly soaking with blood in your gore-spattered clothing, Okay, that's the attack roll, right? So go ahead and do the damage. It doesn't matter. I told you that you literally ripped people open and rubbed their insides over yourself in your frenzy. People can tell, trenchcoat or no. People can tell.
That's a lot of blood.
So go ahead and give me, what is it? How much do you get on that? +4, +1, plus strength, so 11?
Oh yeah, just to remind you, for some reason you deleted one of the children. Don't know why.
Did I? I think I was just removing that once. It doesn't matter with the amount of bodies here. Yeah, that's a lot of kills for a single match. I think that's a record.
So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep.
Okay. Gerard literally carves out the cups, still beating hard, and shows it to him as he crumples to the ground. You evil fucker. You evil... Nope. You just carved out his heart. Most of it is pulling in his body cavity. You would have to bury your head in the hole you just made to do that. Because there's not a lot of blood left in his circulatory system. But you can drink from someone else. There are a lot of options. You can certainly refill to full.
Yep, there's a lot of blood.
Yes, there is.
There is a lot of blood everywhere.
I think you didn't actually take any damage from that poor gangrel fledgling. With the
No, because
symbol.
you GM saved him, remember?
Yep. But then again, it's logical that she would do that. I can't just have her acting in the optimal way when she's that green. She doesn't know how. Okay, so... roll me another perception alertness. I'm about to make this a whole lot better. I'll make it a difficulty 6. That's with Auspex active. 1 success.
Got one.
You hear a faint sound from one of the radios. Suspect in sights, taking the shot.
Oh shit.
As a rifle round slams into your head, you can attempt to dodge this. Since you heard it coming, you can try and dive below the car or whatever. I'll give you 1 chance on top of the soak. You had half a second's warning on this.
Basically, he'll let you dodge with basically making a dodge a soak roll.
Yeah, you managed to dodge out of the way as a sniper round just gouges a chunk out of the pavement next to you. Now we're gonna say that you're below, essentially hiding below the car. You're gonna go with that. You hear more from the radio, faintly. Missed. Pilot moves around. What do?
Well, you're on camera now.
News at 11. Oh, gods.
News vans are getting here real soon.
The car is probably fucked. Alberta's gonna be pissed since she's tied to it.
There's a gangrel body up there. It's been stabbed. Which, by the way, the claws do revert to human form eventually, so...
Yep. Gerard, Jackalor, I'm sorry. You might be losing your point of status over this.
Julio, now you have a chance at being regent.
Good.
Just a chance. A very slim one.
To be fair...
Oh, no, he does have a very good chance compared to Gerard now. No, he does, because everything on him is speculative.
Yep. Well, actually, no. The fact he came in here and killed a bunch of ghouls is not speculative. But
Well,
That's not, no. That's a
killed
misunderstanding,
one.
though. This isn't a misunderstanding.
no, it's not.
He killed one, and he did say that he was sorry, resisting frenzy. It kind of could be interpreted. Okay, how far do you buff it? You can't drink anymore, but you did manage to fill up to full. And hopefully they didn't see you drinking the bodies and just thought you were a weird serial killer pervert.
With super strength.
Which, with certain drugs, can be possible.
Yep.
So they're within the realm of skepticism.
Okay.
He ate some of the mushrooms.
It's a horror scene, I'll
Make
tell
you
you that.
berserk.
Okay. How long are you staying down there? Right! Under the street lamp. With a gun sight trained on you. With a pilot that just rolled a 10 to see how many turns it would take him to come around to the other side.
To be fair, he can divert his attention somehow.
Set the fire on the car.
Oh, I'll hate you so much for that.
Yeah, that car's not coming back.
Not after all this, it isn't. It was fun
Car
while it
door has
lasted.
blood from the one guy all over it. There's blood in the seats from Gerard.
Yeah, Gerard, you might be scrubbing latrines now.
With the Auspex on. For reasons.
Yeah, you'll need to put your Auspex on so you make sure you get every nook and
I
cranny out of that
I
toilet.
suspect he's right on he's probably not going to be in town for a long time now.
You know, it depends on how he explains this. He does have status, so he won't die. A normal neonate would get killed over this, but he might get off.
This is a massive masquerade violation at this point.
I don't understand why he didn't just run.
Because he's a moron and he didn't want to spend willpower. I'm sorry, Jacklord, you did everything right. The kill count proves it.
Obviously, he didn't do everything right.
I'm not gonna just get
see.
you out of that position with a roll. You're gonna have to describe to me exactly what you're doing, because you are right now in the sights of a sniper thing. They have their sights trained on the car. There's a police chopper up there.
Does he even know where he's at?
No, he doesn't. It's high enough up that he can't hear it over the sounds of the city. He only heard it coming over using his Auspex, the radios which are relatively close to him. If he had
So this
gotten
isn't
more...
somebody. This isn't somebody in position on a rooftop. This is somebody from a helicopter, definitely.
Yep, he heard on the radio that the guy that's on the radio told the pilot to move around. Like literally, pilot, move us around. So he can guess that it's a chopper.
And yeah, the police aren't even being subtle about it anymore. They're killing this motherfucker, whoever he is.
Yeah, you need to try and get. When you try to get away from there, you're gonna have to get on the phone and call the sheriff and let him know immediately. That's, I think, your
And
best.
then he has to
option.
respond while the police are already there and news crews are coming by.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's your best shot, I would think.
So, Philip, we're cool, right? Couldn't you get me out of this basement?
Oh, jeez.
They might have a heat sensor on you any moment. Would you like to spend the blood to buff yourself to look human on the heat sensors?
No, he can't spend a blood anymore. There's no way his humanity is high enough for that.
No, it's 8
Remember.
minus humanity. He can start spending blood towards that end.
Ah, okay.
But
So just start spending towards it.
Yeah. It would take a lot of blood to kick in, admittedly. Speaking of
Heck,
which...
we haven't even done his conscience rolls to see what he's at on humanity yet, okay?
Considering the mass of Rampage, I would normally roll a frenzy thing into 1, because it's meant to be like 1 action, but considering this is that big, I'm gonna make you do 2
I
conscience
think
rolls.
3, particularly for doing the cold-blooded murder parts.
That could be classified as self-defense.
That is not self-defense!
Well, in theory, he didn't have a choice.
That isn't... No,
well,
no,
Bacon, you're in torpor, so you don't get to have a goal. You get to be his goal if he survives.
And thus we lose these 2 characters again. Kind of. Julio might come back.
Just give me some conscience rolls. Let's see how low you've slipped. You monster.
To be fair, he actually could easily be... No, he's succeeding. All the conscience... Never mind. Goes down at least 1.
Okay. Fair enough.
Actually, no, wait. That should be 8. Still doesn't matter. Rolled 9s. Okay.
Yeah. We could always have argued that it's 1 guaranteed humanity loss and 1 roll, so either way, he would be fine.
Either way. Okay.
Because, well, debatable.
Damn it. Somebody should botch one of those one day.
No, it's good. It's good.
No.
Sure.
What
It's
happens
just
when you
that,
botch a humanity roll?
You gain a derangement and you lose a conscience.
Or something creative that I might
The
come up
conscience
with.
is non-negotiable. The derangement is.
Well, I have wide authority on botches, I believe, so
That is true.
I could come up with something a lot more fun.
But conscience is so bad.
Your
So-
conscience is pretty useless, almost.
Uh-huh,
no, it's
until
very
you start
useful.
fucking up.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's
That's
because
kind of
you've
the point
been
of conscience.
diablerizing. Imagine if you had to roll conscience on every one of those diableries, as the rules say you would have to.
Actually, it says that
you've
he
not
should
told me to do
roll
that, though.
conscience and lose humanity.
Yep. I
No.
gave you an out because most of those vampires were on paths. 2 of them. They weren't really human anymore. Which is why you
That's
get
just...
a free
You guys
pass.
keep saying the storyteller is against you guys. This one is helping you guys a ton. You just
Yeah.
don't realize it.
I am giving you a lot of ways out. When you fail to take them, then you get fucked. But I do give you a way to get out pretty much any situation. I even gave Bacon's first character, Raffaello, a chance to survive that insanity. So, Jackalor. What do? Well, we're gonna play this out. You're not getting away from this with just a roll. You have to escape a
Yeah.
police cordon now. They are
I was
drawing
also
up.
being...
Wait a second, he's underneath the car, right? Is there a manhole underneath the car?
How does the
Maybe
street
it's
look?
rain.
Bloody, covered in entrails and insides. That's how the street looks.
Children among all of this, too.
Yep. Or a
What about
piece-
drainage?
The layout, it's a street corner.
Yeah.
Looks like
It
shop
looks like
fronts.
it looks on the map.
There is the faint sounds of a club little ways down the street, part of the reason why there was this large group of people here.
There's a sewage thing. There's like drainage places where you can jump into.
If you would like to make your way over to the manhole cover and look inside,
Oh, I was also being serious about the news cruise thing. I was once in something of a crash. The news people arrived just after the police by literally almost like seconds.
oh yeah, they are on the scanners. They are listening to this nighttime catastrophe. Officers are getting out of bed and getting calls right now.
Yeah, have you not seen that Nightcrawler movie?
No, I
It's
haven't,
like,
actually.
yeah,
So,
not seen that.
No, I haven't.
while you're buffing your stamina, I assume you're under the car. You'll spend a few seconds to catch your breath. I need a decision. What would you like to try and do? Keep in mind, you have no way to know what the police are gonna do if you move away. You might want to run to the radio and pick it up, even if you have to risk
No,
another
he's
shot.
made a decision. He's
Okay,
off to the manhole cover.
okay. In that case, you might get another shot. As you're... Yeah, I think you would. You can't make out the sounds from the radio anymore, but it's clearly talking. Oh, let's see. Roll me 1d10. It just accesses some communication cables if it's below 6, and it isn't an access to the sewers. Okay.
Oh. Damn it! Well, hello, cables and circuits. Nice to see you.
I bet Yorick would enjoy your company. Well, bye.
Yorick would just go, okay, I can work with this.
Bang. That would be a headshot, so I guess that would be lethal, since you had to stop long enough for them to line it up to lift the cover. Okay, just go ahead and soak me those 3 lethal as you're trying to run. Or you could play dead, if you take a hit to the head. So that's 1 point. Okay. You run to the radio. Okay. I'm gonna let you heal that because you are just jogging, I'm gonna say. Not that that matters since you succeeded anyway. Good. Okay, you pick up the radio. Would you like to taunt the police officers that they'll never get you? No? What do you mean no? What is this no? Okay. Okay, you hear the faint sound of choppers overhead. Draculor. Possibly news crews. The shotgun is still in the car. Who did we say that was registered to? Chloe, Bronson, Yorick?
Now the car
Yeah.
is on Alberta, one of Alberta's schools probably.
Yep. So that would still be on her, I assume. Oh man, she's gonna be pissed. She doesn't like losing her boy toys like this. Manhole covers. You don't see any in the immediate vicinity. What do? Okay. You hear the guy on the radio talking, no, get me around that news chopper, get me around that. I don't have a shot, get me around that. I will let you make a wits stealth roll to try and to make sniper lose sight of you at difficulty 8. Wits stealth, not dex. This requires thinking. Again, giving you a chance.
At this point, it's more of a can Gerard survive rather than is Gerard going to stay part of the story.
There is still a chance. We have previously established that the Prince and the Ventro in general have the police in an iron grip. They cleaned up crap that actually went on the internet, and Anathema did frenzy in a crowd once before in this story, and they cleaned it up. Without warning either. They managed to hush it.
They can clean it up, but that's a massive masquerade violation, and it's our fault. And yeah, there's a lot of problems with this.
Yeah, it depends on how he plays this.
But we could actually play it out like this is Malik at his weakest, and it's the Malkavians that did this to us.
How are you going to do that?
Well, because everything went awry because Malik is not his self.
You could
Can't
try
keep
and
my
swing
Chantry in
that.
control.
The prince does like you. Okay, you manage to duck into a darkened, doorway. You hear the sniper telling the pilot that he's lost sight of you. And other cops are talking about setting up a cordon around the area before you can get out. Well, he's realized that he likes you more than the others.
I felt like the Asimite thing was more of a matter of the Asimite didn't really matter in the first place, and the prince could just deal with him. It wasn't about, trying to prevent him from being on national television.
Yeah, well, he killed him because he was pissed off at that fucker. But,
Yeah,
what I'm saying is that we have established that this is a thing, and if Gerard comes clean, maybe he has a chance.
Mm.
The rest of this, well, the way I've played is, he's gonna be in the shitter with pretty much everyone, and he might well pick up a social flaw like clan enmity went through, but it can be cleaned up and he can survive this, I think, if he does it well.
I do think it can be cleaned up as far as a monster is going around. I'm not sure it can be cleaned up with his face everywhere, though. I think he'll almost certainly be on police watch.
Okay, in that case, what would you use to find sewers?
You would use Streetwise.
Which he has none of, so just perception. Tow truck, right. So far, Malik, we have a spy that's been killed that was very valuable. We have a car that's gone down. We have...
Oh, no, you do not find the sewers.
You're down a Chantry member. You have a Samedi that is coming in with a lot of nasty people. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So the last couple of nights have been great, huh?
I hate you.
But hey, if you survive this, that does justify you getting a lot of status over time.
You got any more fish Malkavians I got to deal with?
Oh, don't tempt me. I can still make you cradle a fish. I can still do it.
The hallucinations are strong.
I will simply destroy the dress and make you think that you're seeing the dress when you're looking at fish.
Yes.
It's that easy.
Oh,
Okay.
Malik doesn't love Gianna anymore.
There are little horns poking out of her hair now when you look at her.
She let him know that she would blackmail him.
No, she didn't. She just got pissed and reminded that she's been good to you.
No, she let him know that she's capable of blackmail now. He thought she was just cool.
Blackmail. That was not
Malik?
blackmail.
No. Perception empathy if you want to interpret it that way. To read her, to see what she really meant.
Alright, okay.
Because...
Yeah, that was not particularly close to blackmail.
Okay.
Jackalord, I am making an effort.
She'll still get the sword. Or well, she might not get the sword. I'm mad at her.
Streetwise is actually what's generally used if you want to find anything in the city.
At the start I went through it and I tried to think how I would divide up the spheres of influence for all the things to make sure that they would all be at some point useful. And everything from academics to, well, melee has its use, I think. I did spend some time thinking about that, making sure that all the skills would have some use.
Generally, there's some overlap too, which is why you actually allow alternative uses depending on stuff. But streetwise is pretty obvious. It's where you're able to find things in the city. So
I still wish I hadn't taken anything in Streetwise or Craft.
Okay, so Gerard, you here. Well, you're very, very carefully looking for manhole covers and failing to find any that actually lead into the sewers that you can squeeze through due to your huge size.
oh geez, I forgot about that.
Yep, you haven't found any that you can actually go down, but you
Oh
do
shit, his huge size is working against him so much now. Oh fuck.
But you do hear that the cordon is now in place. Well, you've been looking. What do? The noose is tightening. They're talking about dividing the area cordoned off into sectors and searching it, house by house if necessary. Starting with the ones closest to the site. There's also some chatter about the FBI getting involved. Clearly this is a terrorist plot.
Malik's just standing there. Just walking down the street.
Actually, let
Why'd
me...
you do that?
Let me try something. Let me just see. Right, you don't have enough for that. I don't think any of you have enough obfuscate for that other than Kennedy. Okay, I'm gonna roll Perception Occult on Kennedy, because getting a life boon on someone like this could be useful.
This would definitely be a life boon.
Yep. So, difficulty 8 or 9 to see this coming?
He's a stranger, so it actually probably would be a 9.
Okay.
Just based on how close they are. So.
Nope, not seeing it. You don't see any clothes on the street. Roll perception.
Couldn't Alberta do something?
Well, you see, this happened so suddenly and so fast.
Yeah.
Most responses will just take a while.
Alberta feels a tingle, her Tremere are in trouble, her Auspex comes through.
Yay! He has a lot of Auspex dice.
She is the only one who could be said to be even remotely close to the prince in terms of power. This is a mostly relatively young city. And high gen. So, would we treat this as a difficulty 8 roll on Auspex or difficulty 10? I think a 10.
Oh, jeez, it's probably a 10.
Yeah. So she knows that something's wrong.
It's not something that is directly related to her in the first place, and will not actually involve anyone but somebody associated with her, so yeah.
Well, she has chosen to put a lot of effort in grooming the Tremere Chantry as her personal tool, so...
Which is why it is even possible with the 10.
Yeah.
So.
Malik gets a call while this is going on.
Hello?
Malik, my dear, is everything okay?
Well... Well... 100%, but I don't know of anything too bad happening.
I don't know, I just feel as if there's something wrong with
My car was missing when I got back today, and Gerard's gone.
Oh no! I picked it out personally.
Yeah, apparently he stole my keys and he ran off with it. But he's gonna be scrubbing the toilets.
Well, my dear, there, just send him to me. I'll make sure he regrets it.
Maybe I'll do that, depending on how pissed I am at him when he gets back.
Oh.
We have to see if he can survive the police taking him in.
You know, I was gonna go easy on you, Gerard.
But then you decided, no, I will not spend willpower to not frenzy. I will
Someone
not.
else needs it. Someone else needs it.
Oh,
Someone else has to deal with this crap.
well, hello there. It's minus... Does it apply for dementation to his Iron Will?
It applies to most mind-affecting things.
Okay, good. He looks at you.
Probably
There.
not all of it, though. Need to go look up Iron Will again in D20.
He stares into Gerard's eyes. Well, you're clearly in trouble. I will put this simply. I can get you out of here. But, in exchange, you are gonna serve me from now on. And I will enforce this with a blood bond.
Yes, it is all mind-affecting things, including dementation, specifically, and dominate.
Charisma performance for him to use what's his face, presence 1 to try and convince Gerard. I think it was charisma performance.
I think it was too.
Like difficulty
That's good.
7. Okay, Gerard is now awed by this clearly charming and concerned person.
Yep, there's charisma performance, difficulty 7.
Yep. I can lead you past the cops. Minds of mortals are not much of a problem for me. But, well, I'm gonna take you past this, but I think I will be staking you right now, bloodbinding you, and then releasing you afterwards, after we're out of here. I'm gonna save you, but you will serve me from now on.
You are Gerard. You could just try and kill him.
Yes, it just makes him
Just
more
kill him.
likable. You are predisposed to think of him as a friend.
Predisposed. He also just said he's about to stake you. You kill friends like that.
Yeah.
He didn't threaten
Kill him.
you. He's asking you to allow it.
Oh, yeah, he is asking, but Gerard is not intelligent. And thus...
Gerard takes everything as a threat.
Yeah. I think
Even,
Gerard...
and in telling him that he's going to serve him, Gerard's like, nope. So kill it. Kill it with fire.
I am gonna be rolling before that happens, if he's gonna attack, to see if he can see...
Stabbed!
Okay, in which
Gerard's
case,
action. Always.
I think seeing it in the eye that this is coming would be like a difficulty 6 roll on the Eye of Chaos.
That's up to you if he actually bothered to see if this would go bad. Which wouldn't be wrong, because it's Gerard.
Yep. He sees it coming. He will preempt you with Charisma Intimidate, using Presence 2 to make you run off like a little bitch if he can.
Let's hope it works. It is the enemy's wits plus courage. So,
So what is it? Difficulty 8?
don't know what his wits plus courage is. I think it's both pretty high.
His wits is low.
His wits is low.
I know that much. If
I
you
don't
kill
know.
him, all may well be forgiven, Jackalor. You have a chance!
Okay, so
Nope, you're running like little bitch, I think. Unless-
he has 2 successes. That's actually probably not enough to run like a little bitch.
Wait,
No.
he has Iron Will. Did he go against Iron Will?
Presence
Presence
doesn't
is-
count.
presence
doesn't
only
count?
affects
Okay.
emotions. This is actually a rule.
But you can spend a willpower and roll willpower at difficulty 8, I think, to resist presence powers.
Willpower it. Dude, if you kill this guy, it would be...
Unless your generation is, like, really different.
If you're 4 lower, you actually get bonuses on it and can last an entire scene. That's what the rules are on that, from what I remember.
No, that's probably Dark Ages. If you have at least 3 gen of difference, you don't have to roll. You can just spend willpower, I think.
I think you're right, yeah.
So, in that case, a willpower roll at difficulty 8. Give me one of your trademark rolls.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Yes!
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Kill him!
Oh, Jackalore, you're gonna get so much experience this time.
You're good! Kill him!
We are in initiative at this point. He got a surprise round because of...
They both got a surprise round.
Jackalore's probably gonna die. Guys!
Look, we know that. But he's going out with a bang and removing one of the greatest obstacles in our way.
I don't think he'll remove them, but...
We can hope.
Out.
Okay.
I mean, this might be the most badass thing anybody's done in the game, except for when you slapped a demon.
Okay. So, Gerard, what do? Stab? Okay. He goes around the corner and obfuscates, seeing that you're about to do that.
Remember, he's actually following him along with this, if he wants to. This is happening at the same time.
Yes, but would he be able to lose... I mean, there would be half a second when he would be out of sight as he runs the corner, right?
You probably need to make a contested roll for that to see about doing that.
Well, what kind of contested roll?
Likely, seeing who's able to just keep the other in sight. One's trying to lose sight. Probably Dex Stealth versus Dex Athletics. That would be my guess.
Dex Athletics versus Wit Stealth? I don't know. Well, either way, it's the same difficulty. Yeah, let's make a contested roll on that. Wow. Wow.
Yes!
Well, that didn't work. Motherfucker.
Stab! Stab!
This isn't going according to plan, huh? Actually, I have a way out of this. I did allow Dominate to be used with willpower points. Didn't I?
You have.
Because it's a mental effort.
It makes sense for it to work that way.
Go ahead and try and stab it. Okay, you fucker. Oh, you evil fucker.
Stab him! Stab him!
Oh, you fucker. I am gonna say that your buffs have worn off at this point because you were searching for manholes for a while. Because, well, what do you guys think? I'm gonna leave it up to you because...
It's supposed to last for like an hour.
Yeah, but the police have since managed to get a cordon in-game. You know, in-game setup, just...
That can happen really fast. You pointed out yourself how fast the time actually was.
Well, yeah, that's during the combat, but once he started sneaking through the alleys, that was a... Well, if it's like 40 minutes, then we should argue that this is a new scene, because this is a major encounter.
I feel like it's 40, 45 minutes or something. I'll leave it up to you if that takes off his buffs or not.
You can... I think it would be a lot cooler if you just let him have his buffs. You can even let him like run out halfway through.
I like this. Let's go with that.
Like he thinks he's got it, and
Actually,
just like
no.
loses
You
it.
can have your stamina for a couple turns and your dexterity. You'll have your stamina throughout this fight. Dexterity might run a couple turns in, but the strength is gone since that was the first thing you buffed. We'll go with that.
Sure.
So your dex is still full. Strength not so much.
Nope,
Strength is
you can
empty,
still
basically.
spend blood, though.
Yep.
Spend it.
Oh, come on. This guy is supposed to be hard to catch. I can't let just one of you just stab him. No. We'll go with what Malik said. Your strength runs out just as you are stabbing.
Okay. Oh, shit. Just lost my strength.
Roll perception alertness on the guy as you're stabbing him to notice something. Just 6.
Remember to roll your damage.
Mm-hmm. And roll your damage. You see a giant plastic dildo just stuffed behind the belt of the guy along with the stake. It seems to be slightly damaged, like he's been using it as a weapon.
Hello, Saints Row. Nice to see you. Glad you could make it here
That's
on
like San
time.
Andreas, like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas right there.
No, that's Saints Row the Third. They use a giant dildo for a weapon.
I actually
Yeah, but you get
haven't
one in
seen
you
that
get
much
one
of
in
that.
Grand Theft Auto 2. They ripped it off.
Great.
Okay. Let me roll his soak secretly because I don't want you to know exactly how much fortitude he has, if any. And he does soak at one point. How low is your temporary willpower? And how much of a buff does your iron will give you?
It gives him a +3.
How low is your temporary willpower, Jackalor? Because I need to try this. I need to try and mind wipe him. Because like it says, even one success gives you enough time to complete the wipe.
Mhm.
You can subdue him for the duration. So as you try to do... What are you trying to do to him next? What's the next thing you do?
Tap again?
Okay, he spends a willpower point and he's gonna mind wipe the fuck out of you. That is, I think, with subterfuge.
I don't think he can do the forgetful mind.
If he gets one success, then the target is subdued long enough, as per the description, to complete it, if he isn't distracted by anything. And since
He is
interested,
mighty distracted by a guy swinging a sword at him.
well, I don't know.
That's kind of the point of the first level, to be the combat one. The rest of them are usually meant for being able to have
Yeah.
at least something of a talk with person.
Can you give me a copy of that into the thing while I look at his other abilities?
A copy of what in particular?
Forgetful Mind. I'm gonna open up the book in my reader and I'm gonna take a look at the dementation thing because I might just use level 4 on him and make him frenzy again. Cause that seems like a damn good idea. How do you feel, Jackalor, about frenzying again? What's the roll on that? Voice of Madness. Yep, 1 victim per success. Manipulation empty at difficulty 7.
There's nothing specifically stating that the forgetful mind actually has a duration like that, and does say it pacifies the guy.
Yes, so it can calm Jackalor down.
On the other hand, that would also be very, very stupidly powerful in that you could always spend a willpower point just to have somebody die.
Only on a one-on-one situation where you can just...
Which means, yeah, a lot of people. We can kill
Idle.
the prince with that if you allow it that way.
If
I'm
you
just
can
pointing
get-
this out.
That is a thing, but you would... Yeah. That is a good
Remember,
point.
we have people that lower their generation, and that means we can just spend a willpower to pacify the guy and kill him.
That
if you
is
put
a
it that way.
fair enough point. I'm gonna
With
spend a
level
point
3
of...
discipline.
I'm gonna spend a point of blood. I'm gonna spend a point of blood and try and make this a insanity thing. I'm gonna use the manipulation empty to make him fly into frenzy or rot wreck.
Oh, yay. I love that power.
And there is no resist on that, other than a
No.
self-control. Your
No,
iron
you
will
just-
doesn't help.
Nope. To be fair, he also makes a roll. It's just much lower.
Yep. He has to roll at 5, I think.
Yeah, he rolls at 5, and Gerard rolls at an 8.
Okay. Gerard, roll at 8. See if you frenzy. And why don't I put his other blood point into something or other? Well, no, let's keep it for mental fuckery. He might need it.
Remember, the Malkavian actually does get to choose if it's Rotstrek or Frenzy he's going against.
Yep, it's very much Rotrek.
So that's a Is that self-control or courage? I don't know.
Let me see. What did it say? It's just +2 to resist.
Yep. So you just basically say the default, usually.
So essentially we would be saying that this is 5 in total successes as an extended thing, like per normal rules.
Yep, because it is actual Rotstrek and Frenzy.
Okay,
is not.
he resists. Oh, you're gonna spend willpower again. Yes, it's working.
3. He's good. He's good. He made it through. Wait. Difficulty 8, not 6. 2, 1.
Just
okay,
enough.
he's good.
If he-
Just enough. Yep. With that willpower. That willpower made him succeed. The bad news is the Malkavian can keep doing this, and I don't even think it takes a point of blood.
Yes, it does. It does take blood, unlike Dominate.
Yes, it does. It does. It is actually one of the few Malk powers that spends a blood point.
Okay, you are stabbing with your strength that has run out, but you can buff it this turn if you want.
Stab him. Stab him to death.
So, let's see if he can exhaust your willpower store, shall we?
If he keeps it up, he will.
The presence, is that per scene in this version, or is that a...
For presence?
Yep. For the resistance to presence. Nope, he still soaks. It just
No,
slides off his
that's-
skin.
It is for one scene, yes.
So he can't use that again. Good to know.
But he will have to keep spending willpower points until he's out of, the vampire's presence. That's the only roll he needed to make, though.
He needs to spend per turn to remain immune.
It doesn't actually say how long. As long as he's in his presence, he has to keep spending willpower points.
Oh. So you're
Here's the
underneath
exact
that
wording if you want.
you are still terrified of this guy. You're just forcing yourself to go on despite it.
Sounds like it.
So every couple of turns I might make you spend more willpower to keep attacking this terrifying creature that can't be hurt by you.
It is not clear if this is per scene or per turn.
I'm not gonna make it per turn, I'm gonna give him several turns for that. At least. Otherwise it would be truly insane. Even for an elder that is very skilled at these various types of mental fuckery.